North Carolina.
Who sings that?
Petey Pablo.
Petey Pablo. What's up guys, Ryan here with Texsource with another video series on how to print golf towels. If you watched some of our previous videos, we have printed a golf towel already. It was more of the trifold style, where it folds 3 different ways. Weird thing about that is when the grommets are punched in, it bunches it up at the top and you can't unfold the towel. This is a little bit of a different golf towel. Also, on the previous golf towel, we printed black plastisol on a white towel. This video, we're gonna teach you how to print on dark towels with a discharge white. Most people or most golfers would prefer to have a darker towel anyways because they're gonna get dirty. If any printer out there has printed these style towels before, you know that they're very fibrous on both sides. So it's hard to get a good style print that comes out nice and bright because of all the fibers that are on these towels. First off, when you get your towels in, inspect them. This towel, one side is a little more fibrous versus the other side. The other side is a little more smooth. So we're gonna pick the smoother side to print on so that ink penetrates better. So first thing we're gonna do is mix our ink. What we have is a Aquarius Bright Discharge White by Avient. We're gonna pour 50 grams, 20 grams, whatever how much you're printing that day, you'll pour that much into your bucket. You'll weigh that out. You'll mix 6% of the activator into that bucket and mix it. The activator is what causes the whole discharge process, and that process won't happen until you go to the dryer. That's where all the magic happens. So what we're gonna do is weigh our bucket, tear the bucket so it clears it back out to 0. We're gonna put in a little bit of the ink. Again, we're just printing a sample today, so I don't need a whole lot, but I'm gonna put enough in the bucket to make it an easy mixture. Well, I'll land right at 60, I'm at 63. So I've got 63 grams of the Aquarius Bright Discharge White. And we're gonna add 6% of that. But it is late on a Friday, so I don't know if I'm adding right. I was way off, 3 grams. So we'll weigh 3 grams of this Aquarius powder to this 60-gram bucket. Typically what you wanna do is mix 5 to 6% of the powder to what you have. There's no need to go over with the powder. It doesn't really help any. So you have 3 to 5, that's a variance where you can mix the powder. So I got my weight here, 4 grams of powder. Just mix it in. If you've never printed discharge inks before or opened up a bucket of powder, it has a smell to it. I don't mind the smell. A lot of people in a lot of shops, if you're printing a lot of prints, a lot of garments, this discharge can put off an odor. So be prepared in your shop. If you don't have a nice ventilated area, when these shirts, garments, towels, whatever you print come out the end of the dryer, they will be smoking and there will be an odor. Not harmful, it's just that chemical reaction that goes through the dryer, discharging the product. Next thing I'm gonna do is show you guys a quick tip on how to line up your artwork on a golf towel, or mainly if you have an odd style garment that you're printing. All you need to do after you coat your screens to get your correct location on the screen when you go to burn the art is lay your garment on the pallet where you will be printing it at. Place your artwork down on the garment where you want it to be printed at. Bring your unburned screen over from the darkroom, lay it down, and that's where you can flatten this screen out and your artwork will be pinned to the back of the screen. Now we've already burned the screen. Actually a really quick tip to show you guys how to get an exact placement on an oddball garment. So we got our burned screen, we get some spray tack down. So when printing with water-based inks or a discharge ink, you wanna have a particular type of emulsion. One that is resistant to the water that is in the ink. So what we're using is we're using a diazo-based emulsion to print this, to withstand the water-based and discharge ink. So we've got our towel tacked down. Pull our screen down just to double check one more time. Looks pretty good, off contact. Again, this towel has a little bit of fibers in it, so you want to have a little bit of off contact, but we also got to drive this ink into the towel so that the ink goes beyond those small short fibers that are on the garment. So again, we've chosen a flatter side of the towel, but as long as we get a good print, we'll be good. All right, so we got our screen down, add our inks. Another interesting fact about discharge inks, if you've never printed it before, when this is printed, it's not going to be very bright and opaque. That's when the magic happens in the dryer when this product is discharged. Good flood. And here's our print. Again, it's not bright or opaque at all. We got another camera over here. It is not opaque at all. It's decent, but looks a little more gray on this black towel. So once we run it through the dryer, the chemical reaction, the discharge, the water base, all the gases, the heat, that chemical reaction that takes place in the dryer will cause this towel to be nice and bright. So follow me to the dryer. Important fact as well on golf towels that have garments, if you touch that sucker, it will brand you. Do not touch the garment or the hook. Be careful. So we're drying this on a shorter dryer at the moment. We don't have our normal style dryer. And with shorter chamber lengths of a dryer, discharge, water base do not cure as well. You have to turn your belt speed down. And sometimes you have to run this through the dryer twice. So I don't know if you can see where we have, it's a little bit brighter on this H, but this R, the inside of the R is a little discolored versus the outside of the R. That's because ink's dry from the outside in, and discharge, this is not fully cured and discharged yet. So we're gonna run it through the dryer again to make sure it's fully cured. So this is the part where in your shop, if you're printing a lot of garments with a discharge or plasticharge, which also has a combination of discharge in it, if you're printing a lot of garments on that 100% cotton garment, this dryer will be smoking and you'll smell the formaldehyde coming out. Again, it's not dangerous. It's just that discharge product working and doing its chemical reaction. So don't be alarmed. Just have a well ventilated area if you decide to print a lot of discharge product. Second time through, I'm gonna get close to you guys. You can see where that R is actually fully cured now in the center. That's 2 passes through the dryer with this golf towel. So not bad. All right guys, here's our finished product back on the press. Came out really nice. We wasn't sure that this is gonna work. Some printers out there know, certain fabrics will not discharge because pigment dyed garments like comfort colors will not discharge. Reacted dyed garments will discharge pretty nicely. So we never know. That's why you always need to consult with your manufacturer where this product came from. If it's reacted dye, pigment dyed. So this towel came out really nicely, discharged perfectly. And again, we printed this with Aquarius bright discharge white water base on a very fibrous style golf towel. Hopefully you guys can see that. Printed it through a 160 mesh. Probably could have went through a 125, put a little more down. You saw I did a print flat, not print, a print, 2 prints, not print flash print, what I'm used to saying. Clean up. If you guys aren't used to printing with water base, it is the easiest thing ever to clean up. All you need is water. Scrape out the ink that you're not using, put it in a bucket, use water to wipe down your screens, and you're good to go. No other chemicals is necessary needed. To clean out the ink, when you want to remove the emulsion, that's when you have to use your emulsion remover in your chemical room. So yeah, golf towel. Love the video. Hope you guys enjoyed. Like, subscribe, check out our YouTube, Instagram, Facebook. We're trying to get you guys some good videos, how to, and tag us in your stuff. Thanks.